Hi friends, watching movie reviews with Raghuram. Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway. Don't miss this movie, friends. Make time for this, drop everything and watch this movie. Fantastic movie, fantastic movie. After watching which you're definitely going to go back and hug your mother and tell, I love you. For what she does for her child, how she fights out for it, her child. Very neatly made, absorbing, hard hitting, emotional, touching movie with wonderful performance by all the actors. Special mention Rani Mukerji. Not one of the best roles, the best roles Rani Mukerji has ever got on the big screen to do. We know what a wonderful actress Rani Mukerji is, friends, and when she comes in that mom's avatar in Mrs. Chatterjee as Mrs. Chatterjee, she gives a stellar performance. In every frame, she steals the show. She touches every chord of the human emotion. You will immediately connect to her character, the storytelling. It is based on a real story, friends. And here a mother is not only trying to protect her kids, get back her kids, but is hitting hard at a government of Norway. Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway. Here, the Norway Child Welfare Association, who is continuously monitoring the parents, Chatterjee and her family, Mrs. Chatterjee and her family, comprising of husband, a 5 months old infant girl kid, and a boy of 3 years. They're continuously visiting their home. She takes care of them like family members. She doesn't know what is in wait for her. They're making the note of each and every act of her and her husband, how they are taking care of their kids. Finally, they come to a decision that Mr. and Mrs. Chatterjee are in no way in a condition to take care of their kids because the taking care of kids in their language, Chatterjee's language, is against the norms of Norway government. It is not the way you take care of the kids. The question is why somebody else, why some country has to dictate us their norms as so as to how to upbring our children. So that is the basic question which is raised by Mrs. Chatterjee in the movie. Who the hell are you to tell? Why should you tell how should I upbring my child or children? Indians have their own pattern of upbringing their children, loving their children. The Child Welfare Association have objection with many things, including the parents feeding their kid with by hand or applying a tika. At a particular point, the government of Norway also tells Rani Mukherjee that you should not cry in front of your child because it emotionally connects him or her to you. And in a later part, it becomes very difficult to get a detachment. So, such rules and regulations, stringent rules and regulations, inhuman rules and regulations of taking care of a child by Norway government hits hard on Mr. and Mrs. Chatterjee. There is even a complaint of domestic violence amongst husband and wife, and it literally looks like a kidnap of those two kids in front of the parents. It's so hard hitting. The movie doesn't waste any time, friends. Right from the moment grow, right from the first scene where the kids are taken away by the Norway government officials. It looks like a kidnap. Rani Mukherjee in one of the scenes tells, "This is kidnap. What else is it?" And how the hell can you tell that a mother cannot take care of the children? And how she fights, how the mother fights, how Rani Mukherjee fights for her kids. Husband is totally focused on his citizenship. He wants to play a waiting game. Let the kids come. So once the Norwegian government gives a declaration that you people are unfit for the second time when there is a hearing, and you will get back the kids only at 18 years of when they get to 18 years of age. That was harsh. And Rani Mukherjee finds some way of fighting back with the government. And finally, this is not a spoiler, friends. She gets back her kids and comes back to India. There was some agreement made, pact made there between Indian and Norwegian government. After coming to India, she learns again that there was some foul play at Norway, and still she cannot meet her kids till 18 years. How that happened? Why that happened? What more fight she needs to do in India to get back her kids to her? As if Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway wasn't enough. Mrs. Chatterjee versus India again. Again, the case goes to the court. The courtroom drama is also interesting. Two courtroom dramas, one in Norway and in the second half in India, and how a mother fights to get back her kids. Brilliant movie, friends. It is very, very touching. Each and every frame. It is tight, engaging. You are connected to the characters, especially Rani Mukherjee. Especially if you're a woman and if you're a mother, you'll definitely be connected. Even if you're not, tears will roll without you knowing. Your heart will pause, beat more at some points. Such emotional impact, connect, and hard hitting is this movie. What that mother might have, this is a real story, what that mother might have undergone. If we even just imagine, goosebumps all over the body will get, friends. And Rani Mukherjee in that particular role of mother, trying to get back her kids. Ah, what a role. In the first scene itself, she chasing that car and falling on the road and shouting for her children. Please give me my children back. Brilliant. In one of the scenes, friends, in an empty house, she sits and roars loudly, crying out loudly, shouting out at her children's name. You'll be moved by that scene. In one of the scenes, friends, where the government officials are taking back her son and daughter, she shouts at her son, and see, on one side you can see different expressions, quick transitions on her face, emotions and expressions. She wants her kids back. She's demanding, give me back my children. At another point, she's addressing her son and telling that if you stay here under their care, you will be sent to Disneyland. Such pain and agony. And her war against the government of Norway. That if a mother decides something, she can do anything. Rani Mukerji as Devika Chatterjee, a role which you will remember. She deserves a national award for this role. Emotions, expressions, top notch. The rage, the anger, the anguish, the cry, the heartbreak, the emotions which she cannot express. Those hard emotions she's trying to express. The quarrel, the language with which she wants to convey, the pain, the disappointment, the courage at many instances. She goes through a lot of turmoils. And how she survives all those things. She even manages to kidnap her kids in a scene from the Norway government office. To what level a mother can go for her kids, friends? Matrudeva Bhava, it's not said just like that. It is the strongest emotion ever, and there is nothing which can stand for a mother or replace a mother. Lucky am I that I watched this movie on the Mother's Day. What a movie, man. Rani Mukherjee, hats off for her brilliant role as Mrs. Chatterjee. Each and every frame, if I start describing, I'll make a lengthy video. Very, very absorbing, very, very impactful role for Rani Mukherjee. Anirban Bhattacharya, who plays her husband, Mr. Chatterjee, also has given a wonderful, wonderful performance. Jim Sarab, very good role. Neena Gupta ji, small, again, effective role. Barun Chandra ji, small and cute role again. And watch out for that climax, friends. The last 10-15 minutes of the movie will move you down to the tears. The courtroom, where there is a monologue by Rani Mukherjee. I I have got many names and surnames, she tells, Your Honor. Bad mother, good mother, whatever, I don't know what I am, but I am a mother. I am a mother. Ah, what touching statements there. And the verdict given by the judge. Just watch out for that climax. Simply brilliant movie. No more things, friends. Just watch this movie. Drop everything and watch this movie. Alvar Koyu's cinematography, brilliant locations, awesome colorful locations. Norway, picturization of Norway, beautiful landscapes. The rules and regulations of Norway you will learn here. How a country differs from its culture, tradition, behaviors, attitude, everything from another country. You learn here. So cinematography, the locations in which the movie has been shot, everything is good, but you need to see the movie for those things the second time. Music by Amit Trivedi, background score at different places, simply awesome background score, friends. Especially at those emotional points, high-end emotional points, and those songs, impactful songs, which come here and there, timely tailored with the storytelling. Ah, simply brilliant. But you will forget everything when you start watching Rani Mukherjee. In this movie, you just will keep your eyes soul, heart, senses, everything on one person, Rani Mukerji. That is the connect she gives in the movie. Hats off and big thanks to Ashima Chibber, the director of Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway, for giving us this wonderful experience of watching and experiencing the emotions of a mother which had happened in real life. Thanks for bringing this story in front of us. A perfect 10 out of 10 for Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway. And if I can give more than 10, I'll give 15 out of 10, but 10 out of 10 mathematically for Rani Mukherjee. Don't miss this movie, friends. Highly recommended. Thanks for watching my video. If you loved my video, kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you all in my next video with yet another movie review. Until then, do take care. Goodbye. Namaste.